What is up? How you doing? Welcome to another episode of Timber Talk Time. I'm your host, Jonathan Timber, and on today's podcast, we are going to talk about the birth of passion. And what does that mean to me? I guess I'll start off with, who am I? This is your first time probably, maybe, I don't know. Hi, how you doing? My name is Jonathan Timber. I'm originally from Queens, New York. My family moved to Greensboro, North Carolina when I was very little boy, wee little lad. And my mother is Colombian. My father was born in Harlem, New York in 1935. I feel like I have to say that because that makes a lot of sense into why I am the way I am, maybe. Because I learned from an old soul. Like, he had me when he was in his 50s. So, it shaped the type of music I listened to young. It shaped just how things were, but I mean, he's definitely a big reason for that passion. He was such a dynamic, larger than life. He was 6'5", 285 pounds. Like, he was just a monster of a dude. And my mother's still living, thankfully. And my father actually passed away August 20th of 2016. And this episode actually will be out on August 20th. So it'll have been 7 years since he passed away. So I feel like there's this like weird synergy within me. I hear about, every 7 years molecularly your body changes and something like that. I saw it on the YouTube. I don't know. Someone said it. They sounded credible. I was like, I'm going to stick that in my brain and use that forever. And I feel like this podcast is a culmination of me figuring out life without my father over the last 7 years and like downloading and rehashing all those nuggets that he dropped off throughout life and that I didn't pick up on, because when you're young, you don't pick up on those things. You think you know everything, and your parents tell you something and you're like, nah, I'm good. I know what I'm doing, Dad. I don't need, Stubborn young man. Hi, how you doing? Still young and stubborn at 36. But yeah, I feel like it's a cultural thing. There was just like a certain type of gusto in it that I learned from my mother, and a certain type of swag and bite back, whatever fight back you want to call it, that I learned from my father that was instilled in me at a young age. I remember, my first passion was basketball. And it was, you couldn't stop me. You couldn't get me to stop playing. My dad would be like, it's raining outside, and I'd be out there shooting. I got to get better. 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 And, it's just one of those things that, like, at a young age, I realized, like, if you work hard, you'll get those results, because that's how my dad taught me. You know what I mean? So like, passion was instilled in me at a very young age. And at the age of 8, I hadn't started playing like any like sports in high school because I was 8 or whatever. But like, my father was like, you're going to play saxophone, because my uncle played saxophone. He played alto sax. And I guess when I was born, I guess my dad just had it. Okay, well, he's going to play sax at some point. So he stuck a sax in my hand, and I started playing it. And I'd do Mary Had a Little Lamb, or whatever easy little tune that, the teacher would teach it. At my instructor, I got to give props to my instructor, Mr. Pete Crawford. Some of you may know who he is a legend. I took lessons at Greensboro College. I remember being this little snot-nosed kid running around that auditorium. I did sax for a year, and I didn't like it because I didn't think it was cool enough, because I was 8 and I thought I'd get made fun of for playing. So I don't know. I was stupid. I'm mad because I wish I would have stuck with it, because, you know, who knows? I mean, I ended up picking it up back up. I have another sax in the corner here that I work on every once in a while. But yeah, so like passion, right? That's what we're talking about, passion. The definition of passion is strong and barely controllable emotion, right? That's like, you can't control, like, it's just, you're bursting at the seams to do whatever your passion is. And that's what music is for me. But in my years of doing music, I realized it's not just the music of it that is my passion. My passion is connecting with people, and having those moments from the stage or after a show, or, you know, with the lyrics or with a solo or with something you're doing, and to see someone like light up the same way you do about something you're doing is like the best thing ever. I advise anyone that's watching this, if you have a passion, dive all the way into it, because it's only going to be better for the world if you do that. Like, think of if people didn't pursue passion. Think of the things we wouldn't have. I don't even want to think about that. I mean, even some simple, whatever you see in the world, there's someone that is like beyond passionate about it. That's one thing that I'm always like looking to see. And I guess Instagram and TikTok and you know, all this stuff kind of shows you like there's someone that loves socks and is super passionate about it. And there's someone that's like way too passionate about, you name it, whatever you name it, someone's going to be high level priestess or priest of that discipline. And that's what really fascinates me, is to know that like anything you want to be passionate about, you can do that. And it's, my cat's being passionate about getting fed right now. Anything that, yeah, I mean, you could dive into it, whatever it may be. For me, like I said, music was one of those things. And now I'm on this journey of like, I want to soon feed my cat. But then after I do that, I know. So you guys are going to end up meeting her. You know what? We're going to go ahead and take this opportunity to, we could leave this space in the future for, you know, maybe a Chewy or some other company like that. What's up? Thanks for sticking with me. I want you to go ahead and like and subscribe. Part 2 will be out in 2 days on August 22nd. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And thanks for bearing with me. I'm telling you, we're gonna get this going. All right. Appreciate y'all. Thank you so much.